Hi, welcome to the HomeKit Show. This week we're going to be talking about the Arlo floodlight camera that's received HomeKit support, along with some details about HomeKit mode and Aqara, and also the changes to iOS 14 Beta 3 and the HomeKit Doorbell chime. Hi, welcome back. My name's John, and this channel is dedicated to everything HomeKit news, reviews, and tutorials. So if you're into HomeKit and you're new around here, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and also the bell button. Also, don't forget to check out the podcast version, and also a quick reminder, everything that's featured in this video, there is links in the description below that can take you to either that product or our website for more information. First up is Arlo, and we're going to be talking today about the Arlo Pro floodlight camera. Now, it was originally announced at the beginning of the year with an impressive feature set. The camera features a Wi-Fi design, meaning it can be run on rechargeable batteries, but also can be mains powered. It captures footage in 2K resolution and has color night vision. Other features include a built-in LED floodlight capable of up to 30 luminums. It also has a siren and motion detection, two-way audio, and 160 field of view. But now Arlo has released an update for the camera which rolls out HomeKit support, which means the motion sensor, the two-way communication, and also the floodlight is exposed to HomeKit along with the camera stream. Now, it's worth pointing out, although the camera can capture footage at 2K, it can only stream at 1080p due to limitations within HomeKit. The other interesting feature as well, just like the Nitatmo outdoor camera, you can control the brightness of the LED floodlight. Now, the Arlo Pro 2 floodlight camera also has subscription plans available. Now, this adds features like 30 days saving of footage. It also adds advanced motion detection such as people, animals, and vehicles. Now, it's worth noting these plans start at $299 all the way up to $14.99 for 5 cameras. And while users will welcome HomeKit support, it doesn't stretch to HomeKit secure video support, and I don't see this actually going to happen. This is because of the smart plans which I've already mentioned. Now, the Arlo floodlight camera is available now in the US at $249, and in the UK it's available for $258, but this is only pre-order at this time and it will be available at the end of August. Now, this camera is cheaper than the Nitatmo smart outdoor camera with siren, which we recently reviewed. However, the Nitatmo does not need any subscription, so when you buy the camera you get all the features like vehicle, animal, and people detection, motion zones, and also storage built right into the camera. So when you take into account that the extra investment for the plans that you need to buy with the Arlo, over a year it will work out at a pretty similar price. However, when HomeKit secure video support arrives for the Nitatmo later in the year, then this will certainly make it a challenging decision which one is right for you. Obviously, the Arlo has got 2K recording, which means if Apple do decide to increase the limit from 1080p to 2K, this camera is certainly future-proof. You've also got two-way communication with this camera, which the Nitatmo does not. However, I think it all comes down to personal preference. Given we've got HomeKit support for this camera, it certainly gives consumers a lot more choice, and obviously you can check these cameras out and decide which one is right for you. So next up is Aqara. Now, a few weeks ago, Aqara made sort of a semi-unofficial announcement that they were removing HomeKit mode from their products. Now, I want to be clear on this point. They were never going to remove HomeKit from their products. I'll say that again. They were never going to remove HomeKit from their products. So let me just explain the background to this. So when Aqara started to release products to the international market, they stumbled upon a couple of regulations which they struggled to overcome at first. First one being GDPR, which is a data protection regulation which governs data collection and management in EU countries, including the UK. There's also some challenges, I believe, in the US, but I'm not knowledgeable on that, so I'm just going to stick to GDPR. So what they decided to do is create what's called HomeKit mode. This mode effectively allowed customers to connect to Aqara servers without collecting any data from those devices or from that user, which made them compatible with GDPR because they weren't collecting any data, so they didn't have to comply with it. Now, as things have moved on, Aqara have now got their servers, as they say, compliant with GDPR and other regulations, which means they don't need HomeKit mode anymore, and the users don't need HomeKit mode. So Aqara, a couple of weeks ago, responded to a tweet that said they were removing HomeKit mode from their products. They also put some statements up on Reddit, and they just appear at odds with what was going on. Now, HomeKit Geek and I did ask them for clarity via Twitter, and they said they would do that. However, as of the beginning of this week, they've still not provided that clarity, and it was still looking like it was bumbling along, because if you looked in the app, you also had a notification saying that the HomeKit mode was going away and to register for an account. So first of all, why is this a problem? Well, first of all, people don't always necessarily want to register for accounts to use products. So in order to use Aqara products going forward and also receive firmware updates, you'd need to register an account and give Aqara some of your details and also give them access to your devices. I then put out an article on what exactly was happening and also stated that Aqara had not fully confirmed this yet and actually challenged them to come out and confirm it. Now, I wasn't expecting the reaction that the article got. First of all, the article received a significant amount of traffic. And when I say significant, it was in the thousands in the first day. I also, as well, when I counted yesterday, had received 127 direct messages, emails, asking for me to see if I could give them clarity on what was going on. I then heard the other day that Aqara were considering backtracking and allowing HomeKit only mode to allow firmware updates. So I reached out to Aqara, and throughout the day we had correspondence about the issue and about how I'd put the article up and various different things, but that's not really important here. What's important is Aqara have now confirmed that HomeKit only mode will be staying and it will be available for people to continue to do firmware update. I think, first of all, this is a really good thing that Aqara have listened to their customers. And if Aqara, if you're listening, I know you are, well done. Thank you for listening to your customers and taking on board that feedback that they had put forward. They weren't happy with this move. This is also a great win as well for customers that continue to want to use Aqara products because they are good. I actually personally own products that I've bought myself in my house that I use, and I think they're really solid, affordable HomeKit products. So it's great that they've done this, and it's great this is happening. So just to be clear, HomeKit support was never going away for Aqara product. However, they did say and suggest that HomeKit only mode was going away. However, they've now confirmed HomeKit only mode will be staying for firmware updates. However, they are recommending that you use an Aqara account to get the more advanced options. So there you go. That's all the news on Aqara. Great they've done this, and a really big kudos to them, and a big shout out to a company that really listens to their customers. Thanks very much, Aqara. So next up is some changes in iOS 14 and Beta 3. Now, I've already done a video on most of the changes within iOS 14, and the link in the description below, and I think it'll be coming above right now, will talk you through those. However, in Beta 3, there is some minor changes, but also a change to how HomeKit doorbells work. Now, first of all, the facial recognition looks like it's progressing through the beta. It now shows you which photos libraries are being used for facial recognition. It also has a group known faces identified box that people in your HomeKit home have identified. That's really interesting here. However, there is a couple of the libraries that are being used that actually are not on iOS 14, so no one's given permission for these libraries to be used. So at this moment in time, it may be the fact that actually they're not being used and it's simply just a placeholder within the facial recognition. The other interesting update is to HomeKit doorbells. Now, first of all, there's a new icon for HomeKit doorbells, and this will certainly be rolled out, I think, as part of iOS 14. The other interesting thing is that HomeKit doorbells now work with HomePods. So when Apple first announced iOS 14 and the HomeKit features, they said that the HomeKit doorbell would be able to be attached to a HomePod and provide a ring. And previously in Beta 2, you could turn this on within the HomePod in iOS 14. However, there wasn't an option available within the doorbell. However, now there is that option. You can turn it on, and when you click your doorbell, it then plays the bell through the HomePod. You also can, if you've got multiple HomePods, decide which one you want it to be played from, or if you want it to be played from them all. It also appears the Apple TV pop-up is also working with this beta. Although the HomeKit Doorbell I'm using for this test doesn't have facial recognition, so the facial recognition part where it announces the person's name or shows you the person's name on the screen is not working. I'm sure when HomeKit secure doorbells come later down the line, we will certainly see that feature. So it's great to see the betas are starting to progress and some of the features are starting to come through. Certainly as we move towards the release date, which we're expecting to be around September, a lot of these features will be ironed out, and particularly if we get HomeKit doorbells arrive, then this will be a really good feature and certainly something that people will use. So that's it, guys. That's the end of this week's HomeKit show. Hopefully you found the information interesting, and if you have, don't forget to give me a thumbs up and also share this video for your followers or anybody else that you might find it interesting too. Also, don't forget to subscribe and check out the rest of the channel, which has got more HomeKit reviews and tutorials. Also check out HomeKitAuthority.com and our social channels where we constantly put information out about HomeKit to keep you updated. Thank you very much. I'll speak to you soon.